Hello. It is almost October. It is 11:30 and I decided to just, go ahead and start working on my Inktober 1st, October 1st, drawing. I'm not gonna say I'm working on a theme, but I kind of am. My working theme right now is but if I was to try, say I had a theme, so far it would be alphabetical animals. We're starting off with Arachnid for A. And some of you are probably like, well, hey there, kid. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. 31 days in October. At which point, I would probably just kind of chuckle and be like, oh, ya got me. And I was debating on, for those extra days, perhaps drawing something, a different animal to represent each, I think it's kingdom. And I also entertained the idea of doing pet portraits. But I also thought there was an Inktober and witches character theme, which I thought was pretty cute. And I debated on doing that and trying to focus on like an Art Nouveau style. But in the end, I already had this picture drawn. So who knows? I think on days in which I have a hard time coming up with an animal to draw, I might turn to the witches theme. Or maybe maybe I might not ink those. I might just draw. I don't know. I think going by alphabetical animals, the hardest part would be deciding which animal to draw, or maybe even finding an animal that starts with a letter. As I said, this one was already drawn, and I figured to go ahead and just do it. I also have an animal for B sketched out. And I'm pretty excited about him. Or her. Them. So you, viewer, are you participating in Inktober? If so, what's your theme? Are you doing a theme? You just kind of winging it? All of my previous Inktober adventures were always just kind of like, I did a doodle in a sketchbook somewhere. I think last year I tried to take it a little bit more seriously. I don't recall. This year, I think my big challenge, the big challenge that I'm putting upon myself this year is just trying to make something a little bit more polished than just a little pen sketch. And I mean, like, they were pretty crude pen sketches. what I'm using right now is called the Pentel, whatever that says. Where? Whatever that says. I think it's like a Pentel Aqua Ink not Aqua Wash, because that's their empty water brush pens. Words are hard. I think this is the Pentel Ink Wash pen, and it's just basically like a lighter black, which would make it a shade of gray brush pen. It's just a matter of time before my big old head is just kind of like, meh. Maybe that can be another part of the challenge. Draw with better posture. Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? I should probably double check and make sure that that's not going to, that's good to know. So the sketchbook I'm using, I purchased from Art Snacks during their Black Friday sale back in 2016. And it was from their Inktober like premiere box. And I had thought really hard about getting the box and that being my birthday present to myself, but I decided against it at the at the end. And I was watching some unboxings, and I'm kind of glad I did. I was glad I didn't go with the premium ink box, just because I wasn't. I already had. Well, first off, I had quite a few of the supplies already. And I had signed up for their regular box. And honestly, that was a portion of my fear. I was worried that the premium box was going to have a lot of things that overlapped with the regular one, and I'd already signed up to get the regular box. And the regular box from 2016 was really good. I was very happy with it. It had like had the Copic Gassenfude, and it had an Uniball white gel pen, and it had some gorgeous, I think it was Liquitex muted ink, which I thought was really pretty. And I mean, I was very pleased with that box. But from the premium box, there was a sketchbook in it that I thought was kind of neat. And it was like, oh, I would kind of have liked to have gotten that. And I was gonna like keep an eye out on, I don't know, eBay or something, see if people decided they didn't want their sketchbooks and was trying to sell it. But that's, I think, shortly afterwards they started doing their like art snacks store. And I was super excited because they had the sketchbook in it. So I went ahead and picked it up on their Black Friday sale. And I bought the rest of the muted collection from the Art Snacks Black Friday sale. And well, I thought I got something else during their Black Friday sale. But I was very excited. Very excited to get the sketchbook. And I've been holding on to it because it said Inktober, and I thought the sketchbook looked very sharp. And so I was very excited to use it, but I kept telling myself, no, you have to wait until October 2017, because that's going to be your Inktober sketchbook. That's going to be, you're going to keep all these together, and they're going to be nice, and you're going to be so proud of yourself. Well, I managed to hold off. I didn't use it until I was ready for Inktober. So yeah, good on me. Gotta celebrate those small victories, guys. I also thought it might be neat to do like some typography, some hand-drawn lettering. 'Cause that's something I really like. That's a trend in marketing right now, or just in general. Sort of like an aesthetic trend right now that I'm pretty behind. Like, I really like it. I like how people are getting creative with type and font, and that's not a field I have a whole lot of experience in, and I thought, man, that'd be pretty cool if I took the official prompt list and just focused on making a really cool type image from that. And I don't know, I might still. I mean, the world is one's oyster and all that. But at the same time, you know, there's just so many hours in the day. And Inktober kind of has a bit of a burnout. It's a little notorious for the burnout. It's one of those things that, like, people, we should be drawing every day anyway. The fact that it's an ink drawing, you know, what have you. Or we should be at least sketching every day. I don't know if you want to finish if doing a polished piece is a goal for someone every day. Maybe it is. It's not a bad challenge. And I think that's kind of what this is. It's just the Inktober challenge is whatever you want to make it to be. For me, it had kind of been more along the lines of holding myself accountable and responsible to pick up the pen and do something every day. And that was, I know that goal seems silly, but I stopped drawing for so long. I just gave it up. And I think it definitely hurt me. I held myself back. I failed myself on that. And, you know, I lost so many years that could have been spent getting better, getting stronger, getting more refined. Getting closer to what my end goal might be. And instead, I just stopped. And drawing isn't one of those things you stop, but it's alright because you can pick it back up. Yeah, there's some muscle memory, but, you know, if you don't use it, you kind of lose it. And I lost quite a bit. First off, I lost a lot. Secondly, I have to make up for a lot. And I tend to discourage very easily. So, I mean, it was bad enough that I had so much to make up for, I have so much ground to try and catch up on. Like, that was bad enough. But then the fact that, you know, some of the skills that I did have were gone. So I had to relearn those. And art's not an easy skill. You work hard for it. You put a lot of thought and time and effort. You put a lot of hurt into it. And I had to go through it just about all of it all over again. I'm still going through a lot of those lessons all over again, just to make up for what I lost. So, and I think the biggest thing I had to relearn was how to enjoy it, how to enjoy drawing, how to enjoy working on a project, how to assign myself a project, how to be like, this is something that we need to do. This is something we need to do. We need to be excited about this. I'm not going to call it artist block, because it might have started off as an artist block. And it ended up as an artist pitfall. And I'm very happy that I can say I am getting excited about stuff again, about working on projects. Not all projects. Some projects I'm more excited about than others. And the discipline to just do it, even though I'm not, I might not be having fun. That's, that's something I hope I can hone in some more during Inktober. Because there are going to definitely be days where I'm just like, no. That's a no. There's going to be days when I get back, I get home from work and I'm like, I'm just done. I'm done with all of this. Now I've got to sit down and work on something else. And I might not even like the animal I'm drawing that day. I might not be that fond of the sketch I draw that day. Like these little dots right here. Not so bad when I first started off, but now I'm like, oh my god. Holy cannolis, what was she thinking? So I tried to, while doing my pencil stuff, I went in and I marked a little, all of these little suckers I outlined and put dashes through. Try and make this stage a little easier for me. I tend to get confused easily when I'm inking, when I'm trying to be clever with my positive and negative shapes. I sometimes get a little confused. So I try to go in and just mark what needs to be dark, what needs to be light. Mostly just by like putting an X through what needs to be dark and leaving, you know, what I'd like to be left white alone. And at first it wasn't so bad. And then after a while I was like, oh my gosh, can't I just leave this problem for future Beth? And I was like, nope. The part of Beth that wants to get better and stronger and become a successful professional freelance artist thing. I don't know. I was like, nope. Guess what, kid? Future Beth just called and she said, nope. Current Beth has to take care of this herself. Future Beth is tired of this shenanigans. Past Beth was sympathetic. So what the game plan is with this one is to let the ink wash dry. I thought I heard someone refer to it as cure. Just kind of sink into the paper as much as possible. And then I would go in and erase some of the pencil lines that are still showing and bring in some silver ink. Because I bought myself sort of an early birthday present back in September. I got myself a bottle of gold ink. I got a couple birthday presents for myself. A bottle of gold ink, a bottle of silver ink, a bottle of bronze ink, and then the Fine-Tech watercolor, the Fine-Tech metallic watercolors I've seen a couple artists use on YouTube. And I thought those would be kind of cool to use in Inktober. Especially if I had gone with that Art Nouveau thing. But we'll see. Surely I can think of a way to use gold, silver, and bronze with the Animal Kingdom. But anyway, I was talking about our plans for the Arachnid. Once I have gone in, oh, that's my go to bed alarm. I got distracted. But once I've allowed the ink to dry and have erased pencil lines that were not needed, I am going to use my silver ink to define the web. Oh, that was kind of cool. There. So many tiny dots. Doop, doop. You're now getting to the part where I was just like, oh my gosh, screw this noise. But we didn't. We stayed strong. Look at us. Look at us, guys. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of us. We did this journey together. You and I and you. Buddies. Broskies. The Surly Butt Brigade. I might go in and edit that out. I honestly cannot tell you how many Inktobers I've participated in. I think probably depends on your word of your word of definition, your definition of the word participate. Because as I said in the past, I didn't really like go out of my way that much. I want to say last year I think I might have put a little more effort into it, but I don't think I really worked hard to make sure that I did. I don't think I put quite forth as much of an effort as I have, or I want to put forth this year. Okay. Let me take a moment to So this part, like the legs, were a bit of a pickle to draw because they had them going all kinds of directions. You might see some weird footage flip-flopping because when I was inking this, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I'm debating on if I want to edit it so that way the entire process of the web background would be right side up for you guys. But now that I'm working, I'm going to be keeping it a little more normalized. Oh, I don't know. Today's tools. Got space, I'll put it right there. So, I I went with the ink wash because it's distracting. I knew it was going to be a slightly lighter gray. Because I wanted the spider to be black. So let's go in with my Prisma Premier pen. I don't know. It's kind of like the Micron fine liners. Is this a Prisma Premier fine liner? I don't know. But that's the one I grabbed. And it's doing me. I'm going to go in here and just and in all honesty, this is probably what I should have done first. And this is the first mistake of the season. I am not wanting that tip to be black. And I was also wanting more of a white border around. Oh well. It is what it is. So I find I now have the option of do I want to make the spider in its entirety black? Or do I want to just ink it as had been normally planned? And go in there with some white ink and try to recapture that little border. I honestly think that's what I'm going to do. We can do one of these things. Do that. I don't think I can stress just how frustrating it was figuring out these legs. So little thingies. So, okay, we gotta try and not make a tangent. So let's got that. Okay, here we go. That's what we're gonna go with. That's gonna be our final pencil line. It's kind of tangenty, but oh, it's all kinds of tangent. Oh, wait. Just, oh no. But that's what line width's for, kids. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. No! Oh no! Okay. Already having problems. Y'all, I have 31 problems, and the spider is one. See, I hate using sketchbooks that have a spiral. I'm left-handed, and they just tend to be more trouble than they're worth. Only 18 minutes in October. I'm already having trouble. I did not drink enough water today. I can kind of tell. buddy went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the buddy out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy buddy went up the spout again. Oh no, we tangented! Oh, guys. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna really screw up with the line thickness there. Just kinda. Oop. I'm just going to keep making these lines thicker and thicker and thicker until they're just ridiculous. That's okay. Nobody else is in the studio watching. They'll never know. You just pick that chicken back up off the floor and you dust it off and you keep on cooking it. Like, it's not terrible. It's not wonderful either. Yeah, that line went way off course. Oh, gotta go to find a reference. I think she's got. I think this was supposed to have a red spot somewhere. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be, looks like here. And there. Looks like she would have had one right there too, but It's another Pentel. Black brush thing. Black brush thing. I don't know what it is. I don't remember its name. I got it at Michael's. So I'm liking this better than what it was when it was just the outline. I really am. And I'm not surprised. I think it's just a more attractive graphically. It's making more of a statement. It's bolder. Nope, missed my hand. Wait, no, didn't miss my hand. Missed a cap, which was the problem. Where did my pencil case go? Do I have a pencil pouch back in my room? Bummer. Okay, well, my Uniball is not in here with me, but we do have a jelly roll. Okay. Pull out our color charts. And the color pencil. That back. Am I missing someone? I am missing someone. I am also needing to do studio series. Spectrum Noir, Prismacolor, Tombow. Artist Loft, I don't have any reds. Put that away for now. Magic Flicks, I don't have any I'm looking for. So yeah, no, I am. I'm missing studio series. I don't really want anything from, there's not really a, well, no, there's not a red that I'm wanting from that. Persimmon is not bad. And we're gonna go with the Prismacolor Crimson Red. Prismacolor Crimson Red. There it is. The other side. No. Okay. And I don't know if you ever see me using a marker and it's got that tape on the end. That is so that I know which side of the brush that I usually prefer to use. It's a tactile way for me to know. I have quite a few really old Prisma markers though. For the most part, I would have them use like the bullet nib, but with some of the really, really old ones, they have more of a can you see that? Can you guys? But anyway, it's a real, it's more like a pen. But it doesn't always write reliably. So for the older ones, I have tape on the chisel. I would get so frustrated with pulling a marker, taking off the cap, and then finding myself with the end of the pen that I did not want, without fail. Without fail. So I was at Michael's, and they had a duct tape with the texture that I liked and a pattern that I also liked. And over the span of many weeks, slowly added tape to the edge of all of my markers. And then as I add to my collection, that's become sort of ritual. Mark it off on my color chart and apply the tape. And it's definitely cut back. It's not perfect, mind you, not all the time, because as you saw, I double checked on that Prisma, but it's definitely helped. I'm doing sort of like what I refer to as a logic check. And also just kind of tidying up. And there we go. Alright, guys. I'm gonna debate on if I want to do silver tomorrow. But otherwise, here she is. Oh, wait, no. Logic check. Gotta go back in here. Nah. Let's take that picture all over again. Okay, gang. Well, thank you for sitting through this draw. It will be taken into something and edited down and posted on a video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it interesting or whatever. Until next time, y'all stay fabulous. Bye.